If you think I can't review this, you're 1,000 years too late. And if you understand that reference, we're friends. Long as this your hand hold, don't need glitter or gold. What's going on, guys? It's Jking. Welcome back to the Jedi Mike 7 movie news channel. And today we are doing I am doing a review for the new Netflix animated movie, Ultraman Rising. Now, the reason I specifically wanted to do a review for this movie is because of a lot of reasons. When we're on here, I usually talk, the fandoms that many people would expect me to, Marvel, DC, anything else that kind of goes along with it, like Invincible or The Boys. But a side that I don't really talk about is my love for Japanese media. And one of the big Japanese medias that I watch is tokusatsu. For many people, this is going to be their first experience to anything related to Ultraman, but not me. This is by far not my first experience. For anybody who doesn't know what Ultraman is, has no idea what on earth this thing even is, regarding to, the general idea of what Ultraman is, let me give it a brief rundown before we do talk about this film, in case there's some stuff you want to know. Ultraman is the product of Tsuburaya Productions in Japan, which was created by Eiji Tsuburaya, one of the godfathers of kaiju media, someone who had a hand in the OG original Godzilla film, then took those qualities and aspects over to his own studio to create shows like Ultra Q and, more importantly, Ultraman. Ultraman is a story and franchise that has gone on from the 1960s all the way to current day and has no sense of stopping. A multimedia conglomerate and amazing storytelling that is easy for anybody to access. But what exactly is an Ultraman? Let me get that out the way too. Basically, what you need to know is that many, many centuries ago on distant planets, there were these humanoid aliens that, well, their world was about to die. Their sun went out, and they needed to do something unless they wanted to die a freezing death. So the greatest scientists of their world banded together and created what was known as the plasma spark, which not only saved their world, but gave them enhanced abilities, turning them to the size of a titan and allowed them the ability to fly, as well as gain super strength, enhanced speed, and the ability to project energy attacks from any part of their body, usually known as their specium beam. The Ultramen are a garrison that had dedicated their lives to protecting all life in the galaxy. Usually an Ultraman would go to Earth and either merge with a human or assume the identity of a human, and then join that Earth's defense force against kaijus, aliens, robots, and all the such. Ultraman has, again, been a thing that's been going on for a long time. Again, I could highly recommend a lot of Ultraman seasons, and Ultraman is one of my favorite tokusatsu projects, period, from the original to what's currently going on. So yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about this movie. I was going to watch it regardless, but I've seen a lot of people having a lot of expectations for this movie, as well as having a lot of curiosity when it comes to the world of Ultraman in general. But no more beating around the bush. I'm pretty sure you guys just want to hear my thoughts on what I think about the film in general, the whole reason that this is even happening. Well, let's talk about Ultraman Rising, Netflix's second Ultraman project after the Ultraman 3-season anime. Ultraman Rising is something I wasn't expecting to get very emotional about. I mean, again, as I said, I'm an Ultraman fan, but I did not expect this film to get me emotional by the end. To give an overall non-spoiler review for the film, because I don't want to spoil. Again, it's not like there's any crazy big reveals or anything like that in this film. I just don't want to spoil the experience. But just to give a general overview, the main character, Ken Sato, he has always looked up to his parents, his mother and his father. But his father's always been away because his father is Ultraman, or one of the Ultramen. And he would always have a duty to go protect the world from whatever kaijus would be attacking. And it would always lead to him having to not be there for his family in some instances, but at the same time be there for them, because if he didn't go out there and do this, his family would get hurt. Now, that's in the past, but in terms of present day Kenji, he is a prolific baseball player. He's one of the best in the world. He is well known. He's got brand deals. The man is a megastar, but he now also has to juggle the responsibilities of being Ultraman because his father can no longer do it. His father has reached his limits. He got hurt. And now Kenji has to not only juggle his life with baseball and his fame, but now the importance of protecting the city from whatever kaiju wants to, hurt and destroy it. And that comes with a lot of stress. That comes with a lot of dual identities. Again, no one knows he's Ultraman except for his father and his little AI robot. It then gets even more complicated when the main premise of the movie comes in, and that's the fact that Kenji needs to protect a baby kaiju. It starts to build this whole family dynamic. It's sort of found family, but also your born family. Again, the main theme of this story is family, legacy, and showing why someone like Ultraman fights, or at least in this case, why Kenji's father, Professor Sato, fought, and why now Kenji must fight as Ultraman. What it means to be an Ultraman, what it means to be a hero in general. Not simply just to protect the world, but also to protect the world that the people you love live in. And that's really something and that's the thing that's at the heart of this film, along with practically everything else. Now, talking about other stuff again, I'm not going to get into spoilers. You won't know what happened in the film. Just going to say, the fight scenes and the animation are really good. The animation, particularly, it's very like you can tell what's human and what's not. But I love how everything in this film has an alien look to it, not just the kaiju, but also humans. They all kind of look like what's the best way to put it? They look like Coraline, but not Coraline at the same time. It's very manga inspired, united with Coraline in the way that these characters are, portrayed, animated, all of that, which I think lends well to these characters, the way the story is told, and especially the designs for both the kaiju and for Ultraman. Ultraman is an alien, but he's a humanoid alien. And while you still see the human, you can feel the alien aspect in it as well. I also got to say that the voice acting is really good. Now, this is going to be in two languages, English and Japanese, but this was originally made for English as far as I remember. And so we have main character Kenji Sato, Ultraman, being portrayed by Christopher Seen. And I have to say, he does a really good job of portraying the type of character Kenji is. Someone who at the beginning is very full of himself, very closed off, very secluded, but also having that sense of heroic justice and also that sense of, you know, longing for family and also that sense of maturity, almost growing from a kid to a sort of pseudo father in a sense. You can feel that in his performance as Kenji as time goes on throughout this film. Again, there's a lot of really good voice acting in this. Again, no one really falters, and the action is really good as well. I have to give it up to this film for the action. It was all, again, if you've ever seen Ultraman, you know what the types of fights are. But basically, way I would best describe it, think of the MonsterVerse fights and the fights from Pacific Rim. Somewhere along that line. It's somewhere along that line, if I'm being honest, in terms of fight scenes at least. Yeah, again, there's a lot that I want to say. Soundtrack is really good. The ending song, really good as well. But yeah, that's not really much I can talk about. Though the only spoiler I will talk about is that there is an end credit scene. And the only reason I'm talking about this is to give context in case anyone's wondering what exactly that means. So if you don't want to hear about it, go watch the film. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you guys in another one. All right. You still here? Okay. So the ending credit scene, and this is the only part that I will talk about. So it's revealed in the film that Kenji's mother vanished. The world believes she might have died, but she just vanished. But it never was clear where she went. Kenji didn't know, his father didn't know. She just disappeared off the radar. Well, the ending credit shows Kenji getting a transmission from his mother saying she's still alive and she needs him to find him. And the location is Nebula M78. Now, Ultraman fans will note that that location is the land of light, the home of Ultraman. It's where most of every single Ultraman comes from. Question is, what is she doing all the way over there? I have no clue. Does this mean I don't think this means that she's at all an Ultra as well. I think for some reason she ended up there. But I mean, hey, this at least warrants a sequel. But yeah, just a little context as to what exactly that was. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for watching the video. I had a blast watching this movie. I would highly recommend it, especially on Father's Day. If you want to wait till Father's Day to watch it, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click like, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment, like, share, all good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video, me and Mike. But until then, this is Jking from Jedi Mike 7, signing off. See ya.